Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, the IYT, the USO, the UUP, and the GLD. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. Go to the website, sign up. It's free for email alerts to videos like this, live streaming action, and our trade ideas. So let's get right into the daily SPY. Actually, let's go to the 10-minute. It was interesting today. We only had 48 million, actually about 41 million. This is some after hours action too. So we gap up, come right in, fill the gap, take off. I mean, this is just ridiculous, guys. 41 million on the SPY on a Tuesday. It's just flat out ridiculous. So again, going into the holiday weekend, what else would you expect? So I think we get more of this unless we get some news coming up. Unfortunately, that stuff happened in London. Markets don't even budge. It doesn't even matter anymore, guys. It's pretty amazing that the markets can just keep grinding up. So light volume prevails, 53 cents up. What else would you expect on this? But we did fill this gap, so let's keep an eye on that. Let's go back to the daily spider. And 4 days up, guys. What do you expect? Buy the dip, 4 days up. Happens every time. I'm surprised we went down here and we actually went down one more time and then pop. And then retrace and then popped right back up. I thought for sure we'd go down in here, but we didn't. So let's keep an eye on the volume the next couple days. Wait for news. I don't know what else is coming up this week, but if we remain like this, we'll probably just chop around above the MAs, because as long as we're above the MAs, everything's fine, guys. Nothing to worry about. IWM. Let's see if I could get this going here. IWM. All right, IWM, same thing. Got back above 50 MA. You know, that's grandma's goal in life. You know, come back, get above the below the trend line here. Pop goes the weasel, right back above. Look at the massive volume. There must be institutions in here buying like crazy, guys. So again, 4 days up, 1 day down. That's the pretty much the story of the tape. So what is it? 16 million, guys. 16 million. So 45 cents up. This one was 0.33%, nothing great, but we're back above the 50. They're going to have to close it above here, then they'll hype it all week and tell everybody how great everything is. So again, though, nothing wrong with this as long as the light volume continues. The Hughes. The Hughes, same thing, guys. Came right back up. I'm surprised we didn't fill the gap today, though. This one was a little bit weaker than the rest of them, but again, 6 cents up, light volume, a little bit heavier than yesterday. Back above the MAs. Good stance, still a little bit bullish, but again, getting stretched. I mean, this just goes up on nothing. Everything's flying. The Googles, the Amazons, the Netflix, getting everybody in. It almost feels like the end of the party, guys, where they just got to hold everything up for months, get everybody in, and then find a reason to sell these markets off. So, again, Trump stuff is subsiding. The news is kind of calming down into the weekend. They got to get everybody into the Memorial Day weekend, into the buying. You know, buy those cars, buy those houses, buy those boats, go out and spend money. The consumers have to keep leading these markets. That's the only thing they really have left. You know, they printed money for the last 8 years, Janet Yellen and Ben Bernanke. And gosh, it's just amazing, guys, what these markets can do on the light volume. Let's go into the DIA. DIA, same thing. We're back above the 20 MA, the 50 MA, good stance, bullish pattern. I mean, bullish pattern since March, guys. I mean, March, since March. So if you even went 4 months out on puts, they're destroying you. This is what these guys do over and over and over. Look, up, everybody goes, oh my gosh, gotta buy puts. Then it just sits. Up, gotta buy puts up here. It's gotta pull back. Sideways. Up. Sideways. It's the same thing. Then the volume, it's been okay and in here because they're pushing it up. But gosh, I don't know, guys, what to say anymore. As long as the light volume continues, might as well we're just going to keep going up. Why not? So again, if you are bullish, to 1159 is your marker. It's got to get above this area. Got to fill the gap up here, get above these pivots too. This is going to be a little bit of resistance. But once we get above that, 215, 220, 224, if it gets up there. But this is a bullish pattern, kind of choppy, sloppy. But as long as this look at this, we get the big selling, then they come in with the volume. I think that was the where was the weapons deal with Saudi Arabia? Throw some more news out there. Trump's getting the hang of it now, though. Just throw some news out there, make some deals, and tell everyone it's great again. So. It's amazing, guys. I can't say enough. I'm like a broken record here, guys. For weeks and weeks and weeks, this is the same crap we're getting over and over and over. So, again, not much to do. We're picking on most of the high flyers here, extended charts, putting on short positions, and just kind of waiting them out, guys. And then going half positions, quarter positions, going into earnings. And then when the earnings pop, if they pop, great, we add more. If it drops, we're already in it short, and we reap the benefits. Again, easy trades, put them on, get ready to add more on earnings or what have you. Just make trading easy, guys, in these environments, okay? Let's go the IYT. Gosh. IYT. IYT, same thing. Got it back above the big trend line, guys. Never hit the 200. If it would have hit the 200, I think I would have maybe took a call position here. But until it hits the 200, I'm not going long in these markets. Just a nice little bounce back off of one-day sell. Gets it back above the trend line, but not back above the 20 and the 50 MA. That will be their goal for Friday, guys. Let's get it back above there. Then we can talk about how it's in a bullish stance, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm still above the 200, so slightly bullish. Back above this trend line. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Again, look at the volume. Disappear. It's like, oh my gosh, and then I let the computers take over and let this thing just float. It's easier for these big guys. Now, if you work for the big institutions, guys, would you rather have crazy markets and volume, or would you rather just have your institution just do nothing and let the algos take over and let it float every day and let Janet Yellen do her thing? For me, if I worked for like JP Morgan Chase or Charles Schwab or any of those guys, I would love these markets. They just keep going up. You don't even have to do anything. Your clients love you. Until this thing comes in, then you won't be answering your phone and all that crap. But this was the bearish channel. We did pull back. We bounced right back in. Let's see if we chop around on this and see what happens. Right now, there's still nothing wrong with this thing, guys. Volume's disappearing, so keep an eye on that for the rest of the week. Let's go into the USO. Now, the USO will be interesting tomorrow, guys. We'll see if this oil with the OPEC, you know, they're more lip service on the OPEC deal and blah, blah, blah. Remember, that happened in January, guys, and they're still saying, well, they're almost there with the OPEC meeting, and they're going to really do it this time. And here it comes again, just like here. Oh, they're going to do it again, just like in the beginning of the year. You know, well, actually, we were chopping. It was funny. Chop zone, down, sideways, bearish pattern, falls apart. We were short here, comes in here. We were short here, got that play. Now we're going to be coming short. If this thing comes back up into this area, we're going to do it again. And look at this thing, slowly grinding. Because, you know, everybody bought puts down in here, guys. So they buy a lot of puts. Their grandma's goal in life is to squash them. Never buy puts again. And after every time you do it, and after the 15th time of getting squashed, some people just give up. It's time to go long. You know, I've been there, guys, 10 years ago. I'm just going to give up and go long. And the time you go long, that's when they smash you. It just, however that works, it works that way. Again, though, USO, nothing wrong. Good rally. If you are long the USO, start tightening these stops. If we get to the 200 MA, we'll see how it reacts. But I'm still thinking we get up into this area. If it does, I think we're going to possibly put another short on using the SCO. Let's go into the SCO real quick. I like this area right here, guys. Right around 33 bucks, 33.50. We took it long here. We covered right there around 41.60. And let's see if we get it. Do it one more time. We did it here too. We took it long here. Got this move. Got this move. Let's see if we get this one down in here. But this is big. If we crack this trend line, we'll probably go to 32.50 double bottom. So even if you buy here, make sure you have enough more to add down here around the 32.50 area. If that cracks, I'll probably do a half position in this to see if we, just in case if we go a little bit lower, but I do like this area right in here. Actually, I like the 32.50. See, let's see if we pierce through here, if we even go that far. I think tomorrow might be the day, though, where they send it down one more time, get everybody crazy, and then possibly the pop. So let's keep an eye on the USO tomorrow. Inventory numbers in the morning. See how it affects the markets. Let's go into the UUP now. UUP up 11 cents. It looks like it's catching this $25 area, guys. We talked about the bearish pattern here. Talked about the pop, bring it down. When it came up into here, it was like, all right, let's see if it sets up. Didn't do it. Came right back down, filled the gap. We're getting a small bounce. Is this going to be short-lived or not? We don't know. Let's wait for a pattern. Let's see if this thing gets back above this trend line and this one here fills the gap. Honestly, weak stance. Coming off of a high pivot, though. Gap fill. We get the bounce. Let's see if we chop for lower prices. I would still love to see this gap be filled right down in here. If this one gets filled, this is where I'll be starting to nibble. and then at 24 bucks, there's another one here at the pivot low here at 23.97. So I think the dollar's still going to come in. The dollar comes in, the markets will probably remain just a non-market basically, like it's been for the last 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. Light volume. All we do is go down. They like the Trump trade, guys. If Trump gets in, the markets are going to crash, and then he gets in and we go straight up. It's like, oh my gosh. So at this point, we're watching for lower prices. If the dollar continues down, watch for 24.34 and then the $24 area down in here. So far, so good. We've been waiting patiently to try to get in this one because I'd love to see 24 and then this thing pop back to 27. That would be a hell of a trade. So let's get into the GLD. GLD, guys, nice pullback on the day. They got it above here, above that trend line. Not a big deal, the trend line, but we came right back in, still holding the moving averages, so nothing wrong, and up sideways for the last 5 days. That could possibly be setting up for higher prices, but with the dollar up today, that sends this one down. But gosh, that oil, dollar up, oil up, another disconnect. Again, guys, USO, Grandma does not need higher oil prices for her little experiment with the money printing, the bond buying, and everything else. Higher oil prices stops the consumer spending. So that's why oil's been low for a long, long time. Very interesting, right? So again, nothing wrong with the GLD. Nice little pullback today, though. But let's see. I want to see a little bit more. Do we come right back down and then retest the 114? We'll see. I thought for sure we'd get back to the 121. But again, not bad consolidation, a little sloppy, but we're back above the MAs still. We're holding the MAs. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Going into the holiday week, volume will probably get lighter unless some news comes up. Jnug, though. I was reading some stuff on StockTwits today. Yeah, they brought this thing down like a freaking like a brick. But we talked about this, guys. If you're getting in here around 14 bucks or so and this thing goes to 20, that's a $6 trade. Traders or prop traders are taking their money off the table. They'll let it come back down and they'll rebuy at 14 and do it again. That's what these guys have been doing. This was the low area. Remember, this was like the $3.50 area from before they did the reverse split or what have you, and popped up. Still bullish, still, we closed right on top of the 20 MA here, but not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. If we get back below here, though, we could go right back down, guys. They're really testing the longs on here, so be careful. But again, 14 to 20, $6 move, you got to take something off the table. Even if you're underwater from up in here, take it off. Let it pull back a buck or two. Reback, I know it's getting cute. I'd rather just stick with it, but you get a $6 move, expect to pull back on this. But again, nothing wrong. It still needs to recapture the 50 and get into this area. This is going to be big, this trend line here. But right now, if you're in it from 14, just tighten the stop. You don't want to have a good trade turn into a bad trade. That's all I'm really saying here. So, and then let's get back into the GDXJ. That's the one that affects the Jnug. This one is still above the 20. Nothing wrong. Consolidating for about a week or so, 7 days, 8 days. So let's keep an eye on this. As long as we stay above the 20, we'll be okay. If this thing comes back down with some volume, we'll probably come back down, fill the gap, and maybe get to here to 28.62. If we get there, I might even get interested in possibly buying Jnug. 27.44 would be even nicer, double bottom. But again, it's kind of coming up. Slight bullish pattern fails. Nice little retrace comes in, making these lower highs here. So let's see if we go one more time and then possibly rip. So be careful with the GDX XJ. Be careful with the Jnug right now, guys. These markets are a little bit up and down. They're kind of doing whatever with the light volume, so be careful with that. So, all right, guys, thanks again for watching my videos. And I know it's been a little bit the same crap over and over with these markets, with the with the light volume consolidation. But again, we're picking on these high flyers, guys. We're picking on the like the mealies. We picked on this one here. This one was great. We got in here, shorted, covered half. I wish we would have covered all of it, but we added more up in here again. Same trade. Let's see if we get another pullback on this. But we're picking on those. We picked on the Jack in the Box. Same thing. Look at this. We get this huge gap up and nice crap out. We're already out of this trade, but another great trade here. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching my videos. Sign up at StockBookie.com. It's free. Thanks again. God bless. See you on the charts.